Hello guys, and welcome to Navlogs, the channel on YouTube where I inspire to make music in natural settings, and that includes like busking and street performances. And so the gear that I acquire will be built around that idea to take this amplifier, for example, that I just bought, take it into a natural environment setting, and I can run it off a DC battery, and I can make live compositions. Now I just got this amplifier, and this is the NUX NPA100, and my initial reaction was that, and this is what I was worried about, it just didn't have the bass in it. You know, it just didn't have that guttural bass hit. And this was advertised as 120 watt. They don't specify if it's RMS or if it's peak. Obviously, it is not RMS. It must be peak or otherwise. I would say, from what I compare this to other good speakers that I've tested, I've seen 50 watt speakers outperform this, and even a 10-inch speaker outperform this particular 12-inch speaker that is rated at 100 watts. So something wasn't right. I opened it up and I looked in there, and I see the speaker that they installed from the factory, which is a 130 watt speaker. Okay. And it's rated at 4 ohms, and that's all the information there was on it. And it had a cheapy look to it. It really had like that generic cheap Chinese look, like like a $10 or $15 speaker. And so what I did was I went out and bought this one right here. This is not also brand name, but at least it's promising 600 watts, which even if you cut that in half, it's good. It has 8 ohms, which is good, and it's heavy as a brick. And it also has like a coated speaker to it. It also has a PA marketing, meaning it's a PA equipment. So this is an instrument speaker, not like a car woofer type of speaker. So it should have also a flat response, full range, which is what I'm looking for as a replacement. This wasn't. I'm almost worried that I didn't pay yet enough, but the local store that I have, this is a tried and true local solution, and you can look at it right here. It says PA12600 and made by Live. This is not a premium brand, but it's heavy, and I looked at other ones comparably. I paid $40 for this speaker. It's not expensive, but it's pretty. They say it has a 2.5-inch coil, and just by looking at it, you can see that it doesn't have like a deep articulation like what I would like to have seen. But maybe you don't want a super deep articulation. But I don't know. To me, that deep, what do they call that? That it goes back and forth deeply. To me, that's always a beautiful thing, because you can see that it just handled the bass frequencies at high volumes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's install this speaker, this $40 speaker, to replace what came stock on the NUX. So if you have one of these, this should be helpful to you, or this also should be helpful to anybody who has some, a monitor that they're not happy with, and they're trying to, upgrade it. And so I'll tell you guys, let's see what it looks like. Okay, we have the two speakers side by side. This is the stock speaker right here, and this is the replacement. They look the same. Can you imagine? I'm just putting the same thing in there. But I guess from the top side, hopefully that's not giving too much information. They look nearly identical. There's 1, 2, 3 folds. Oh, on the new one, there's only 2 folds on the replacement. And then here's something else to look at. I like to see how much travel is in there. And there's not much. So I'm not sure how much that's got to do with it. There's got the same amount of travel on both of them. So hopefully that's got not much to do with it also, although I do believe my intuition says that more travel is better, but that thing just freaking, articulate under extreme loads. Now let's flip the speakers over, and I think the back is going to give us hopefully more indication of what's going on here. Okay, so now they are sitting side by side, the original and the replacement. Now, one thing is for sure, this is rated at 150 watts, 4 ohms. And it has a cheapy look to it. Look at this very generic looking build with it that's stamped on there. It's not impressive looking, other than being pretty large. It's a 12-inch speaker, but I guess you can make cheap 12-inch speakers. This over here, larger diameter magnet. And as you can see, the entire assembly of that magnet is larger too. And it's twice as heavy as the original one. Okay, so that's promising. Also, this is stated that it has 8 ohms, double the resistance of the original, and it has 600 watts. This says 150, so 4 times more watts stated, of course. So it's probably half of that, just being conservative. And so that's all we can really say. I can tell you that this had it just didn't have enough grit and guttural sound to it, and in the low end with even 75% volume, this was already distorting. Let's see if this can handle it better. There's a lot of questions to be answered here. I'm really learning. This is really a test, because I want to see if I just pop it in there with that same amplifier that came stock in there. See, what worries me is, logic tells me that if they built a speaker with a monitor with a cheap speaker, well, wouldn't everything else be cheap too? You got to question. It's a beautiful box, and the knobs are beautiful and everything. And that looks great. It's got good inputs. It has Bluetooth. It has these nice chunky knobs. It's a good size unit. It's got 2 tweeters, which is pretty original for a box that size. And of course it's going to have to be a class D. You see, looking in there, it's a class D amp, but it's tiny. It's not reassuring to see how small these class D amps are. Can they really have that much grit? Now that's the electrical circuit board, and this is the amplifier board, and that just doesn't look amazing. Look at that. That doesn't look so amazing. It's tiny. It's tiny. A little heat sink on there. It's just mini. The whole dang thing is mini. Is that the way Class D amps are? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out how much of a difference installing just an improved speaker. And this is not that improved. This is probably 3 times more expensive than the original. Twice as heavy. Double the watts. Double the ohms. Build quality looks slightly better on this. Okay, let's see what happens, guys. Wish us luck. Okay, so I got them both hooked up together, and I got a chord cross right here. As you can see, chord cross synthesizer, my keyboard player. It's supposed to be my personal monitor setup now. I put the new speaker in that we just looked over, and there's only one little unsurety in there, that one of the connections, the negative connection, it's not making 100. It's the contact is not a permanent lasting contact. It's basically just touching each other with some plastic I wrapped around it, because I don't have the exact terminal. So if maybe that's going to cause a little bit, but I think we'll be able to tell if it's a electrical connection, or let's just see let's see even with it not being a long-term setup, that it still improves or not. So let's see. Okay, so let's give it about half here, or let's give it a little bit here. We give it some bass, middle, There we go. Over here. Well, I can tell you one thing. Yes, it already has a fuller range. And it doesn't have that tinny harshness that you get from a cheap speaker. That tinny harshness. Some people confuse it with mid and higher tones, that there's like this tinny. No. Even the high frequency should never sound tinny or harsh. That's from not having the proper accuracy in the speaker. So okay, so at this volume, it's already improved. There's some bass in there, but let's increase the volume and increase the lower frequencies. Okay, let's go to a synthesizer. I feel like it's not distorting. No distortion there. Okay, let's go for a synthesizer. Something that has more bass. Now that's got some serious bass on it. Let's go. Big improvement. Big improvement. It's got good range. Why not? It's already a big improvement. Yes, the speaker makes a big improvement, but I could already hear the limitations of the amp now, which we're not going to replace the amp. But that was also a worry. Now you can see the amp is not, it's not a super powerful amp. Sort of a bass sound. An E bass, okay. Let's go to like electronic type of synth bass. Now we're in business. Now we're in business, guys. There's no doubt about it. You got to put a good speaker. So now the speaker, now you can see that the speaker can handle the full amp without distorting. And that is, with any setup, has to be a must. That the speaker should never distort, no matter how much the amp, even when the amp is maxed out. That's okay. The speaker will never distort. So now at least I'm at that point where the speaker is not distorted, even at max volume, even at it way enough. You can feel it. It's a real good thing. So yeah, it's a success, guys. Go out there, get yourself. What I recommend is to do what I did. Like, I can only imagine if you got a really like expensive. This was only a $45 replacement. Actually, no. It was $40. It was actually a $40 replacement. But I can only imagine if you spend $100. You got a PA, get like some really high quality. I mean, I wouldn't go overboard though too if it's your first speaker swap, because I'm already having great results with $40. So yeah, I would have bought a better speaker, but didn't even have an option at this local store where I was at. But I wouldn't pay more than $100. I think $100 is a good. I mean, the whole thing here. This is only a $250 monitor. So you know, you got to keep things in perspective. But yeah, guys, I'm real happy there. Now I'm going to zip it all up, put a good quality terminal on this thing, and I'm going to tie it all up real good, and I'm just going to enjoy it. And then this other thing, what I'm going to do is this one. That's another bonus of replacing your speakers, that now you have this that you can just, you know, do an experiment with. You know it doesn't have serious potential, but you can probably make a box for it and throw it in your car, and then give your car, you know, a little bit of oomph, because that does have up to mid-range. That can handle it, you know, but we want more than mid-range. We want a full range. So up to low mid, that's okay. Good kick speaker. This is good for a kick drum, no problem, and a little bass, but it just doesn't have that satisfactory, like if you're going to be replicating an entire, you want the whole frequency bandwidth for songwriting and composing, you know. So that's what a keyboard is all about. Cheers, guys. Have fun. Keep posted. Bye.